Hey everybody, it is Mel with the Mark and Mel Team, eXp Realty, and excuse my red nose. I look kind of like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because I had to have Mohs surgery. That's what you get to do when you live in the desert in Arizona. Every once in a while you have skin damage, and so they want to make sure that if it's, looks at all cancerous, that they get it out like really quick. And so that's what I did with the amazing doctor. And I just want to say I am so grateful that they got it in time. And you can't even tell they had to stitch it up a little bit, but I can't wear any makeup. It's like, this is just me, and I'm not going to miss this week of doing YouTube. So we're going to get after it. So we're talking now about, is Arizona running out of water? Hey, I get this question asked all the time by home buyers, especially recently because of articles that have been in the news, video press, and stories on 60 Minutes the last year about the water shortage. And now Arizona is doing some drastic cutting, trying to conserve the water. So, how is this going to impact future buyers, home buyers, and home sellers? It could have an impact on home buyers and home sellers. And I'm seeing this right now. And Arizona has always been a transient kind of stop along the way when people were relocating for work or wanting to try and live in a drier climate. They see the pools and the tall palm trees, and they just think this is a great place to just hang out, relax, and get out of the cold winter. It is great for that. It is wonderful. But we also have had these booms. That's why Arizona is called a boom bust city. It's a boom bust city because we have lots of people that move in, lots of development, lots of employment and employers, and then all of a sudden, boom, we have something happen, whether it is a subprime situation or whether it is iBuyers moving in and changing the economy. We have had a lot of water. In fact, I'll show you where we get our water. Now, the problem is that we have some other employment opportunities coming here, and employers that want to develop, and these chip plants, these newer ones, need water. It is real serious enough that we have now gone into stopping new certificates for new builders. We have home buyers call us all the time. They say, are you guys really running out of water? I was going to buy a second home there, and the prices are going up and up. And then all of a sudden, okay, so they've stalled now and it's great, but interest rates are higher. So I'm just not going to buy right now until I figure out what's going on with the water situation. That's what we're hearing from out-of-state buyers that usually buy second homes here, that buy those nice winter homes here. There is a concern. And we have the sellers that have moved and they relocated, and now they're thinking, okay, do I really want to keep a rental here? Because what if there's a problem? What if there is a problem with employers building new employee centers here, with employees having to have work here? And what do I do if the value of my house goes down? They're weighing out, do I keep that as a rental, or because I wanted to live in this other place where there is more water anyway, do I just go ahead and move there now? And this is what we are dealing with. I mean, this is actually what we're dealing with. So I've lived here since 1995. Mark is a native. And I mean, we're talking when it was a sleepy, sleepy town. He remembers when there was none of these freeways around, none of them. I mean, he would drive from, it's all the way from Scottsdale to, Mesa on no freeway, when he went to a track meet. His father was looking at property to land to buy in Paradise Valley, but that seemed to be out in the outskirts of town in the 60s. And it was like just dirt. Well, you can see how things change with the use of water, but that water is such a precious commodity. Let me show you the recent articles and the most recent updated information we have on the water situation right now. Please like and follow and subscribe to this channel. We'll share what we're actually doing at the current moment about this water situation. We actually have sold our rentals. We are not fixing and flipping any homes on the side right now. And we are actually looking to move to another place. We sold for top dollar. We've of course paid off everything from real estate and we're very grateful, but we're going someplace else. And if you're a realtor in another area and you want to contact us, we would love to get in touch with new realtors around all the eastern states, because we will be actually going on board a yacht to live on America's Great Loop. I know this is crazy and another subject, but we'll get into that in a future video talking about our own situation. We've loved raising our kids here, but they're all gone. Our kids are all in other states now. So it's a great place to raise your kids, but they got a water problem and they're going to have to get that under control. Our team is staying here to help people who still want to move here, still want to sell here. We have an entire team across Arizona. We have an entire team that is actually across the nation and of vetted agents. And we pride ourselves on that. Mark's a mentor with eXp Realty. And so he makes sure that every one of our agents everywhere in this nation is vetted and a good agent that's trained for a profession, not just a side job. So if you ever need any help anywhere in the nation, give us a call, text, or email. We'd love to help you. But we're going to get to this article that will really share our concerns about the water situation. And if Arizona does have enough water, or is Arizona running out of water? So let's take a look. So the great thing about Arizona is there is a ton of lakes. There's Lake Powell, Lake Mead, Lake Havasu, Roosevelt Lake, all these great lakes to go have fun on. And I mean, we've boated and had fun on all of them. But they also power up the city. And we have dams. We have the dam of Lake Mead, the dam of Lake Powell, so Glen Canyon Dam, Hoover Dam. And these are what powers the city. Not only that, but we have canals. Canals run from not only that, but the canals distribute Colorado River all the way down into Arizona. And we utilize that. And it is just continuing to over this 25-year drought, continuing to go down. And we just have been going through more water as more people come into the state. So as more businesses come into the state and more people come in, it's the hardest thing is to dial back that demand. So somehow we have to go towards more rock landscape instead of the typical grass that people were trying to put in out here. And now on top of that, we have all these other states that are experiencing drought, like California, not just Arizona, but California, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, Colorado even. They are trying to utilize the Colorado River water. And, we are it's going to be hard to share with everybody. And we're experiencing that drought here. A lot of the subdivisions are going away from grass and going to that zero landscape now requirement. In addition to that 60-minute special at the end of 2021 on CBS, you have different articles coming out like this one in the Arizona Family about the water situation and the recent announcements. This most recent one was June 2023, and it was about how there was a real big concern with the communities of Buckeye and Queen Creek, where all the new builds were happening, and how the governor was stopping any more certificates for the water. This announcement from the Arizona Department of Water Resources didn't impact any of the Queen Creek water customers or any projects that were already under development, though. So that had to be clarified by the governor. Arizona is doing a lot right now. This is the problem too, is the employment. If it's going to impact employers here, the lack of water because of those chip plants, that's going to be a problem. If employers like chip plants need water, then that would impact their employment centers, and that would impact the employees, and that would actually be a bad thing for the economy. However, the chip plants are saying that they use just a fraction of what people actually use and what we're allotted here in our usage. And they use a lot of recycled facilities to utilize the water. 2021, Intel actually returned and restored 95% of its water by recycling. As this June 1, 2023 article by Jeremy Childs and Ian James shows, that Katie Hobbs is limiting water certificates to different new builds, though. So that if we don't do anything, we could face a 4% shortfall in groundwater supplies over the next 100 years, which would be a bad thing for any employers or employees and people in Arizona. Arizona actually just revoked well permits for a Saudi-owned dairy company that's drawing down the state's groundwater to grow water-intensive alfalfa, which is illegal to grow in Saudi Arabia due to their own drought. So even though Hobbs is pausing some of these permits, she is going to go ahead and she's assured up to 80,000 under construction homes that are already permitted subdivisions. They've still been given the okay to go forward. Like this ASU professor and hydrologist said, anything we can do to save water moving forward becomes critically important, not just now, but for future generations. Thanks so much for watching. And if you found this valuable, please like and subscribe and share it with other people that are thinking of either selling or buying in Arizona. It's really important that they take note of this, because, you know, water is a finite commodity. And I think Mark Twain, long time ago, said, you know, people drink whiskey together, but they fight over water. And that's what we're going to see in the future when it's, you know, dwindling commodity like this and precious in the desert.